Great day, everybody. This is www.forexbabble.com, and we are bringing you another video today where we are going over one powerful strategy of mine that I use on a daily basis with one of my accounts. It's the 4-hour time frame strategy. Now, one thing that I like to drill into my viewers' heads is the fact that we are after nothing more than pips. All right, just like the videos we created earlier today, we are strictly after the pips. Once you realize how to generate pips, your accounts will grow because you will have more strength inside of your account, because if you're closing out trades, you're accumulating pips. So your account will be growing at the same time. So basically, rather than trading at too high a volume and getting stopped out or margin out, we focus on helping our members, helping our viewers to focus on doing nothing more than gaining the pip aspect. All right, so that brings me into this video here, which is the 4-hour time frame strategy. All right, now one thing that I wanted to point out to you guys is the fact that the candles on the 4-hour, any larger time frame, the candles are going to be worth more pip wise, because it's based on a longer time period. So just like if you had a 1 minute candle, the candle might look big to you, but really it's based on a shorter time frame. So whereas a candle of the size, that same candle size on a 4-hour chart would probably only be, let's say, 5 pips, but on a 4-hour it might be much larger in size. So that's where I focus on the 4-hour time frame. All right, so what I'm going to give you guys instructions on how to do this, exactly how I do this. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I do it so that you all can use this strategy for your own trading. All right, so without further ado, let me get into this. So what I normally do, I normally find common support or strong support and resistance zones. All right, now I say zone because oftentimes price will not quite move to a mark. Like if I didn't have 2 lines here and I just had one, you would expect for the price to get to that and then bounce down or bounce up, but oftentimes it'll move to a particular zone, and depending on the market or depending on the actual currency pair itself will determine how big of a zone support or resistance that currency pair might have in terms to turnaround areas or support and resistance areas. All right, so I went on and I created support and resistance. This is my resistance and this is my support. And if you notice that this happened on January 15th, this is when the Swiss currency had plummeted, and since then, if you notice, the price had actually risen, and then it's now going back down, and it's sort of stabilizing itself. And if you notice, over the last month and a half or two, it's been ranging. All right, now this is on the daily chart. So the best charts to actually place your support and resistance are on I like to do it on my 4-hour, at the minimum my 4-hour, but my daily and my weekly charts, very strong support and resistance areas. So with that being said, if you notice, I have a resistance area and I have a support area, and if you notice that these areas have been respected, when price was above this area, what did it do? Well, let's go back here. Price went up to the area, broke through, and it was just ranging right over top of that area. Then it finally went up and it ranged a little bit. It was just going sideways, and then it broke above. And what did it do? It respected the same which was at one point the resistance, but now it was support because it broke above it. Now it was actually being supported by that zone. All right, it sidewind beside it, then it broke down, and it went down to the next area, which was the next support zone. And as you notice, it's been respecting that zone and that the resistance and the support zone over the last 3 months or so. So actually beyond that, if I take this back even further, you guys will notice that price had actually, it come to this and it stalled. It came to the stall, it went up to it, and it's been going, it's been respecting it for some time. Just want to point this out. As you notice, came up to it, bounced back down. So it's a very common area, and this is one of the pairs that I actually focus on. So this is what I do. Of course, when price is at either the resistance or the support, when I have my zone set, I will be looking to get in on a sell in this area, because what I'm doing, I'm waiting for a sign that price is either going to go back down or it's going to break above it. And price action will definitely tell you that, the candle formation, all that stuff. So I'm waiting on price to go, since price is at this zone now, I'm just waiting for it to either break above it or go back down below it. And I would say within the next week, we should be able to see it doing one or the other. All right, so now with that being said, if I had got in on a trade, let's say it was going down here, I would, of course, utilizing my volume, make sure that I am using great volume. I'm not over leveraging my account. I would get in, and let's say, for instance, this zone, you're talking 375 pips. I know that if traded at 0.1, where my trade panel is set now, trading at 0.1, I know that I could stand to make definitely over $350. All right, so the more I increase it, yes, the more I can make, but then also it will eat up my margin percentage. So that's one of the things that I have to drill, that you must pay attention to your volume when trading. You don't want to over leverage your account. So this is basically what I do. I create my support and resistance zones, and I wait until price reaches that area, and I wait for a sign of it going back down or going back up. And then once it goes back up, then that's when I just ride it back into that direction. All right, so this can be it could be a 2-week long strategy. It really all depends. Like, for instance, when it was down here, I actually played this particular double tap. It tapped this and then it went up. So I actually played this. I knew that this was a very common area, and I figured that it would probably go back up, and I actually capitalized on that quite well. And if you notice that it didn't take too long for it to actually get to the top. You figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like a week long. Let's say a week and a half, since we're only trading 5 days a week. So you're talking a week and a half. You could have made let's say 400 pips. 375 pips. So that's not bad. Depending on the actual volume that you're trading, you could have made out pretty well. But at the end of the day, just make sure that you are respecting your account, and you want to keep your margin level percentage at a comfortable percentage. That way you're not worried about holding a trade long term, because on these long, and this is one of the reasons why I focus on the long term aspect of trading, because one, trading, if although I know how to scalp, scalping could be a bit stressful if you're sitting and watching the charts. I like to set it and I like to forget about it. So you set your trade, you're confident in your decision. If you decide to, and you guys gotta excuse me, I've had a very long day and a very long night, so but I am constantly working diligently with putting out great content for you guys. It's just very long days and nights. So basically, if you are scalping, it could be a bit stressful. I like the long-term trade opportunity where I could basically get in and let it ride, because I know where the market could potentially go. Like if the market was here, I know that it can go up 375 pips. Alright, I know that. And if it breaks below it, I know that once it breaks below it, it's going to go down to the next area. And fortunately enough, with the way that the market is on the USD Swiss account, it's USD Swiss currency pair, personally breaking below, personally I don't expect for it to break too far below, because this was the lowest of pretty much all time. I mean, it's been, let's see if it got down that far before, but you figure it went down to 83. Let's see, I don't think that it ever went down from my back testing. I don't think it went down quite that far. Yeah, actually it has, back in 2011. Okay, so it's possible to go that low, but it's been so long before it went down that low. And with this drop, I am, and that's me, I'm anticipating it going higher before lower. But of course I wouldn't go in on any trade blindly. I would have to have a reason to get in on the trade. Price action, support and resistance areas being blown out, things of that nature. I would have to have all of those lined up for me to make that educated decision. Alright, so hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Hopefully you understand the power of trading on the larger time frame charts, at least setting your support and resistance on those charts, because when you do so, you can find great opportunities in the market. And with those great opportunities, you pretty much realize, like here, you figure if you are on your, and this is another great point before I let you guys go, although we have support and resistance set, now I'm on the 1 day where I set this. What I do, I drop down to the 4 hour or the 1 hour, and I look for opportunities where price is up at that support or resistance area, and I look for price action to show me that the market is going to fall down or it's going to go back up. When I see those signs, that's when I would get into that particular movement, in that direction. Like right here, railroad goes up, and imagine if you had gotten in, you could have made 227 pips, and you figure a little less than 2 days, which is not bad. All right, so that's not bad. And what happened? It double tapped it, and so this is very powerful, you guys. I hope you guys really understand. If you notice how price, what it does, constantly going back and forth, and you just look for them areas, you look for those signs that the market is going to go in either direction, and you play on it. So just wanted to point that out to you guys. Hopefully this video, as I said before, was quite informative, and hopefully you guys got something out of it. Just want to make sure that everyone listening, on everyone viewing the website, viewing these videos, are fully, you guys fully understand, trading, and that you guys are making the best decisions with your capital. Alright, so I'm going to end this video now. Hopefully you guys can check out the website www.forexbabble.com, or we're actually building upon another site. We want to really give you guys more information on that now, but we're going to hold off on giving that information out until everything is ready to go. But we definitely want you guys to stay a part of our viewership. Definitely, if you have a chance, if you like the videos, if you like the teachings that we do, please subscribe. That way you can get the information firsthand, and we look forward to helping you guys very soon. Thank you so much. Take care.